And we are live. This is September 18th. Have you ever dreamt about winning the lottery? Because I have. And so have several, tons of other people. And, it happened to me about 3 months before I won in real life. I've spoken about it quite a bit publicly and writing a book about it. Well, that's one of the things, but just about my experience of winning. But it's fascinating. And this happens all the time. So in today's live, we are focusing on this very topic of dreaming about things before they happen. And sometimes we cover it's more lottery based. This is still lottery based, but we are talking today. A focus is on dreaming about things before they happen. So when that happens, do you think that is just a coincidence, or do you think there's more to it? Do you believe in precognitive dreams? Do you believe that our subconscious is capable of knowing what might happen before it happens? And if so, is that tied into manifestation? Is that just your intuition? Is that God? What are your thoughts? Let me know in this live chat. There's no right or wrong answers here, but I want to know your thoughts. So let me know. And have you ever dreamt about winning the lottery? Let me know, because it happens, and it happens all the time. Let's take a look at one of the recent stories. This just was released a few days ago, here, September 2025. But this happens all the time. I've met and interviewed and continue to interview lottery winners from all over the world, some of which have also dreamt about it. Not everybody, but many people have, some people. So it's interesting when it happens. And here's another story that just happened. Here you see, this was in the US state of New Jersey. And you can see there, it says, Jersey 5 claims 1 million jackpot. So someone claimed 1 million jackpot after waking from dream of hitting big. So that's the headline there. But it's really interesting. So basically, this just happened. An Ocean County man said he dreamed he won the lottery. When he woke up, it was right around 3:30 in the morning. So the middle of the night, 3:30 in the morning, he woke up. This dream was so vivid, he had to check his Jersey Cash 5 ticket. And sure enough, he had matched all 5 numbers, scoring a jackpot of over $1 million. So, of course, he couldn't go back to sleep after this happened, and reportedly told a family member. But it's just so interesting when I hear these stories, and they happen all the time. So what do you guys think about this type of thing? Has this ever happened to you? And if it does, theoretically, maybe it hasn't yet. I mean, most people that win the lottery haven't necessarily dreamt about it. But if it does, will you be playing? Will you be playing? Because I know that obviously I did. I played consistently after I dreamt about it. Always play responsibly, never spend more than you can afford to lose. But I played consistently after I won because the dream was so real. It was so vivid. And to me, it was just like visceral. Like it felt like it had already happened. It was that real. And it's not the only dream that I've had about things before they happen or as they happen. Like I've had tons of other types of dreams on other subjects, but the one thing they all have in common, for me at least, is that they felt the same. They felt very, very, very real. And so even when that did happen, then it was very surreal. It was just like really crazy. But we're going to dive into this chat room here in just a moment. But let me know what you think of that story out of New Jersey, because I find it very, very interesting. And one of the next videos on this channel, in fact, is sort of a compilation of different lottery winners that I've met and interviewed from around the world with different games who have won major, major prizes, speaking about their dreams before it happened, because it's happened to several people that I've interviewed. So it's interesting. And I'm going to be showing you a clip of that here in a few moments with someone that won a major prize from Euro Millions, but he had a dream about it before it happened. And it's really interesting. Love from Ireland. I dreamed, but nothing happened. You dreamed, but nothing happened. And Vex says, okay, well, hey, hey, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with, I mean, I dream all the time and sometimes nothing happens. But for me, it feels the it feels different when that, but when it does, I mean, sometimes it happens. I mean, obviously, it happens to some people. They dream about things and then it happens in real life. Has this ever happened to you? And if it had, since it hasn't with you yet in Vextress, that doesn't mean that it will never happen. But hey, I totally get it though. You're not alone. A lot of people feel that way. So I totally get it. I mean, I dreamt about holding a winning ticket of 150 million pounds. Also, there was the other dream where I won 200,000. Beautiful feeling. All the best for you, Tim, and everyone watching. Wealthy winner 888. Thank you. All the best to you as well. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's a 150 million pound dream. Well, if that plays out like that, you have to come on to this show. We would want to definitely hear from you. That's incredible. I won 300 euros at a game yesterday. Is it a good start? Love you, Tim. Alex, so you won 300 euros at a game. Well, congratulations to you. Congratulations. 300 is 300. I mean, that's a win is a win is a win. That's awesome. Congratulations, Alex. Thanks for your comment. Love from Fremont. Hello in California. I won roulette in Vegas because a number I dreamt a few nights before. Oh, so you won roulette in Vegas because of a number you dreamt a few nights before. That's very interesting. I've interviewed some people, of course, that have won prizes in Las Vegas, and one person in particular, there's a winner that he won a lottery prize. It was like 750,000, but then he went to Las Vegas and I think they were playing, I think it was bingo actually. But he dreamt that his friend won. And then the very next day, his friend won. Is that type of thing a coincidence, or is there something more to it? Are people tapping into what perhaps has already happened? Because that's kind of, I mean, I find it very fascinating, especially when you look at what quantum physics and quantum mechanics says about time, and the different dimensions. But time is relative, so it's not necessarily so crazy to think that people can pick up on something we haven't yet experienced. That's what I believe anyway. But what do you think? If you don't, I mean, I respect every opinion here. Good point, Timothy. We'll wait. All right. Yes. Yeah. And I wish you good luck as well. Thanks for your comment. My favorite channel on YouTube is yours. Wow, Alex. Thank you. Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you so much. I'm glad you find inspiration in this channel. I love it. I appreciate your support. Manifested my way into owning my Mustang GT convertible. TJ, that sounds like a awesome car. Amazing. Thank you. I won one. What is that? What? That's a lot of zeros there, Kevin. So Kevin won 1 billion in a GTA Chinatown Wars style game. I went up to the Shack lottery dealing machine and it popped up like Mega Millions. I pray for this to happen to me and be on your show. Wow, Kevin, awesome. Thanks, Kevin, for your comment. Appreciate that. Did you guys hear about, this is a little bit different than what Kevin is saying, but in South Korea, I believe recently in South Korea, there's this other news story, and I don't have it up right here, but someone won after the lottery. It was like a 2 billion or 3 billion won prize, which equates to a little over 1 million USD. But this happened after another dream. This person dreamt about this famous actor who gave them this prize. And then the very next day they won. So then they posted about this on social media. It went extremely viral. And the actor, who's very, very famous in South Korea, actually responded. Did you guys hear that story? Adam the Car Guy with a very generous 555 super the lucky fives. Thank you, Adam the Car Guy. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. He says, I've had multiple dreams of winning the lottery, probably more than a handful at this time. I will win, Tim. Adam the car guy. Wow. Multiple dreams. So that tells me right there that it is definitely in your subconscious mind. And so I really appreciate that. And so I wish you good luck. Thank you for the very lucky 5 super and for your support on this channel. It truly means a lot to me. And I love that. I love that multiple dreams. I've interviewed people that have had multiple dreams before it happened. Speaking of, let's pull up. So this next video coming out on this channel it's a compilation of several lottery winners that I have interviewed who dreamt about it first. Now, this doesn't happen to, of course, all the winners that I meet and interview. And most people that win don't necessarily dream about it, but a lot of people do. And when this happened to me, I thought I was alone. I thought, well, I had never heard of that happening to anybody. And so I did some research, and I literally went to this giant library and looked it up and went through most people aren't even going to know what this is, but the Dewey Decimal, I literally did some extensive research and wanted to know, has this happened to anybody else? Surely I can't be the only person in the world. And I found some people, and that was the first time that had happened. But now that I started this podcast, and of course you see all these stories in media all the time, but this happens to people fairly often all around the world. And I find it particularly interesting. So here is a clip of one person that I interviewed, Daniel Howard. He won a £1 million prize from Euro Millions a few years ago. And his story is very interesting, but let's take a look at this clip real quick.
I actually had a dream that I was going to win. I had a dream it was probably about 3 years before I won. I remember this so vividly, Tim. I remember this like it was yesterday. I had a dream that I was walking into a post office and I had the lottery ticket and I handed it over, and the guy scanned it and he said, "Congratulations." He said, "You've won £1 million." He said, "Here's your check." And I remember him handing me a check in the dream for £1 million. It felt so real. It was one of those dreams. I don't know if you've ever had one of those dreams where it doesn't feel like a dream, where you actually think it's real until you wake up. So I had the check in my hand in the dream, and I was so happy. I thought, "Oh, I've done it. And then I woke up.
So what do you guys think about that? Because that's exactly the same thing that happened to me. Well, not exactly, because I didn't have the check in my hand, but the feeling of having already won, that's what I experienced. And the dream convinced me that it was going, whether you think that's a coincidence or not, it convinced me that I was going to win. And then I started playing. Of course, always play responsibly, but if you don't play, that's okay too. I'm not encouraging anyone to play the lottery, but it's what happened, and I find it very interesting. So that's what we're talking about today in this live. So I dreamt 2 months ago. I scanned one ticket for 8. What is that? 8 million on one dream. Then another dream winning 10,000 is pretty cool. Matt, thank you, Matt, for your comment. Yeah, that's amazing. Okay. Trust the universe. Okay, there you go. I don't believe in coincidences. Roxy, thank you for your comment. So it's a good question. Do you guys believe that, do you believe in coincidences? Because I've interviewed some people that are really into intuition and manifestation, even scientists who have told me that they don't necessarily believe in coincidences a lot of times. What do you guys think about that? I'm winning 423 million lottery. I'll be on your podcast next year with you, Tim. Shanice, I wish you good luck, Shanice. And here's a 199 super from Stephen Laster. Thank you so much. So symbolic. I won the lottery in 1999. So that is very, very meaningful. Thank you. Who says, in 2010, my mom had a dream that I won the lottery. Stephen, thank you for your comment. Wow. So, and that's really interesting too, when you see stories in media where other people dreamt about someone else winning, and then it happens. And we were just talking about that a few minutes ago, but that does, I mean, it does happen, and it's happened before several times. It will continue to happen. And if that happens to you, Stephen, definitely contact us, because we're going to want to speak with you. We can keep you anonymous too. You don't have to come on here as Stephen Laster. Manifesting, I bought my own mansion finally. Thank God, my own paid off home. Kevin. All right, Kevin. I love that. I wish you good luck. Just came to me. Maybe you've been asked this before. Would you consider doing a live with lottery lawyer or Mark Houghton so we could ask questions, or does it sound like chaos? Archie Palmer, thank you for being a member of this channel. I did a live once before with a guest. I've done several live events, but for this channel, this particular channel, I did a live once before with someone, Sorrel Fraser, who is, she won the postcode lottery. And she is also into a lot of what we're talking about here today, intuition and even manifestation and energy and consciousness and that sort of thing. And so she joined on a live one time. It's possible that we may host more people on a live. Hey, anything's possible. Mostly what we do are pre-recorded interviews, but hey, it's possible, especially if there's interest there and the demand is there. Thanks for your comment. April Keller, I won 20,000 at bingo on a pull tab game and called it divine intervention because my dishwasher leaked and we woke up to 4 inches of water in my kitchen. So I got a new kitchen. Wow. So you won 20,000 at bingo, and then your kitchen flooded. So you used that to get a new dishwasher. Hey, well, some people say there are no accidents. Everything happens for a reason, right? But yeah, I'm glad you're able to get a new dishwasher, and congratulations on your win with bingo. I had the same dream 3 times. That December 2025 is my day. I just thought I'd share this with you guys. MB, thanks for your comment. I just watched the Daniel Howard interview last night. Shanice, I'm glad that you saw that, Shanice. Hi, Timothy. I've mentioned I have similar placements in my Vedic chart, just like you, and recently, for the first time ever, had a dream I won the Powerball. I could see the words jackpot on the ticket. Wow. Claudia, so you saw the words jackpot on the ticket. That is really interesting. I never paid attention to drama before, but that made me feel really amazing. Wow. Yeah. I mean, if that happened to me, I would be like really, really excited about that. But never spend more than you can afford to lose if you play responsibly. But and it's interesting too, people that dream, some people dream about specific numbers as well. And I interviewed someone that actually won, it was in the US state of Colorado, and he won a pick 3 game, his team. And he's really into remote viewing, what's called remote viewing. And so he had this team of people, and they intentionally tried to remote view lottery numbers before the drawing. And they won this pick 3 drawing. But he, according to him, he seemed to think, or at least he theorized, that sometimes, what if your consciousness could pick up on your future self? You're talking to your future self, telling you what is happening. What do you think about that idea? I've seen still images of my bank account with hundred of millions in it when I close my eyes. Nate, oh, wow. We got to love that. How to have vivid dreaming. Post-hardcore. Well, there's different techniques if you want to dream about things specifically with meditation or putting yourself in that mindset before bed, before you go to bed, the state akin to sleep, right before you go to sleep, like putting yourself in that mindset, asking the universe, whether you call it God, whether you call it the quantum, the all that is, like whatever or maybe you just call it your higher self, or maybe you don't believe in anything. But I have a feeling you might believe in something. But regardless, that's one way that works for me anyway. There are no coincidences, says K Trail. K Trail, thanks for your comment. Okay, let's try to get caught up here. We are pretty behind on comments, but do you believe manifestation is real or just the placebo effect? That is a really good question, post-hardcore. And I guess that goes back to, what do you define as manifestation? Because if you use it in the sense that it's creation, because really we are always creating. We are creative beings. Nothing is stagnant. Nothing is still. Even if it appears as if it's still, everything is vibrating on a, when you really zoom down in there into the quarks and everything else. Like, we're not just, everything is not solid as it appears, which is a really kind of, saying it's kind of a crazy thing to think about, but it's true. And so I don't believe, here's what I think, that it's not so crazy to think that we can affect things with our energy, because we do all the time, some of which you can just see. Like right now, I'm speaking, you're listening, it's like you're creating what is happening right now in your reality with how you perceive it. So, but yeah, I think there's something to, on the flip side, in some cases, that if you think something's going to happen a certain way, if you're given the classic placebo effect, where you're given this pill that has nothing in it, and you have these effects that happen to you because you believe that it's going to do something and make a change, and you still have the effects. What does that show you? That shows me, at least, that the power of our belief can create an effect. So I don't know. I could talk about that for a long time, but it's a very interesting question. Thank you very much. I had a dream. I was in the void, and an energy said to me 3 times, "You won the lottery." It doesn't feel like a dream. Felt like an out-of-body experience. AC. Out-of-body experiences are super, super, super interesting. And the dream I had before I won the lottery actually felt the same. It felt like an out-of-body experience, and I've had lots of dreams like that, and I find it very interesting. My first life with you. I'm a student of Mark Houghton. Allison, first live. Okay, well, welcome, Allison. Welcome to this live. Welcome. Here's a 333 super, extremely generous. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for supporting this channel. It really, really, truly means a lot. Blessings to you. And she says, Dad came to me in a dream and said I got then won $400. So if I'm reading that correctly, your father came to you in a dream and gave you, like, said that you were going to win, or said he said something that and then you won $400 right after that. And that, first of all, congratulations on the 400 win. That's amazing. That's awesome. And second of all, I love dreams about people that have crossed over, people that are no longer in physical body. And some of you might be atheists, and if so, that's okay with me. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything, but I have a strong personal belief in life after death and that sort of thing. And so I find it especially meaningful if I dream about somebody that has crossed over, especially when they give information, and then you can go validate that and say, hey, did they do this in their life, and something you didn't already know, and then you can validate that it's true. To me, that's like a sign, I think. I don't know what you guys think about that, but thank you so much for the generous super. Tim, what was your favorite movies or series at the time you dreamt about the lottery? I want to be influenced by the same video content as you at the time, or TV shows, etc. Alex, thank you for your question. So at the time, I don't think I was, which is weird to say because I love movies, but I don't think I was really into movies that much at the time. And I don't feel like the media I was consuming necessarily, I wasn't certainly wasn't watching YouTube. This was 1999, so things were quite different with the internet and with media at that time. So I think I was just, but I was like, my mindset, I was really, really open-minded, and with things like this, not trying to force anything, but I felt very spiritual, like as connected to something greater. And I still feel that way. And so I was seeking inspiration and hope, and guidance. And that's when I had that particular dream. Did you buy your winning ticket the day of the draw or before? Chris Black. For me, it was the day of the draw. Thank you for your question. Dreamed of winning 25 million. But while I was sitting on the side of the bed after waking up and recalling the dream, I had a thought that it wasn't going to be the Powerball pre-$5 Mega Millions ticket. So, I see what you're saying. So I think you dreamt that you won 25 million, but while you're sitting on the bed, you didn't think it was going to be the Powerball. But now Mega Millions price is $5, and perhaps you're not playing, if I'm reading that correctly. I don't know if I'm reading that correctly, but yeah, Archie Palmer, thanks for your question or your comment. Hey, I mean, what I try to do is I just try to follow my intuition about anything in life, and just like what feels best, because that's a good gauge, at least for me, of what I should or shouldn't be doing. So it's interesting though. My dad came to me in a dream and said, I got you then one. Oh, so, okay. Well, you shouldn't be texting and driving. I am lioness of delay. I'm joking around, but in all seriousness, yeah. So your first comment, I didn't quite get it, but now I do. That he said that you got it and then won 400. So congratulations. And that is amazing when people that have crossed over come to us in dreams. And this has happened to me. And I'm like such a firm believer in that sort of thing. Like I've had so many experiences. Like there's just no doubt in my mind. It's very interesting. Would you take the lump sum or the annuity? Introvert King 199 super. Thank you, Introvert King, for the super. And that is a good question, because in the United States, as many of you know, you have that choice. It's the choice of taking, you don't get the sticker prize that is advertised. So let's take a look at just real quick. And then we're going to definitely dive back into dreams here, but just real quick, take a look at this. This Mega Millions jackpot in the United States is happening tomorrow. So there you see $423 million jackpot up for grabs tomorrow, which is awesome. It's incredible. Oh my gosh, that's so much money. But the lump sum, which what most lottery winners opt for, is $196.5 million before taxes. So basically you're getting way less than what the sticker prize is, but it's still incredibly life-changing. And for me, would I take the lump sum or the annuity if I were to win that Mega Millions drawing tomorrow? First of all, I haven't purchased a ticket for that, but if I were to play and I were to win, first of all, I would get the opinion of a financial advisor. But after I did that, more than likely, I would take the lump sum, because you can make way more money typically on interest. But it's a good question. And thank you so much for the question and for the very generous super. We all want to win the lottery, but where did your desire come from specifically? Thanks for your question, Joe Woods. Thank you. For me, I was working at a gas station, so I sold countless, like tons of lottery tickets all the time. So it was constantly on my mind, because I was constantly selling tickets to people that were hoping to win. So that's probably where it came from, I would guess. And then you'd talk about it with coworkers and stuff, and talk about, when you hear about somebody winning, and with a lot of customers too, you just talk about it. So it was constantly on my mind, and I wished a lot of people luck, and I meant it, and I meant it. And I do still, because anybody can win. It only takes one ticket for a chance. Just play responsibly. It happened to myself as well. I dreamt I won, and I gave my family a piece of the pie. I also dreamt in another dream I had already won as well. Arier Monk. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, that sounds like $1 million dream right there. Have you thought about doing more film projects? I also studied film, and I won. And if I won any jackpot, I'd definitely be. Thanks for everything you do. I love your channel. Miko, thank you. Thank you for your support. Thanks for the thoughtful comments, Miko. I appreciate that. Yes, I've worked on a few film projects since winning the lottery back in the day. First of all, what I did was I went back to college and studied film and journalism and broadcast news. So from there, I've worked on quite a few, like tons of different productions over the years, whether they're my own or other people's. And so, yeah, I love that type of thing. I love it. But right now, what I'm passionate about and what takes up most of my time is this YouTube channel and this podcast. Because when you see the videos and you see the interviews, and even this live here, it's not like we just turn on the camera and then everything. Like, there's preparation. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So it takes a lot of work, but I'm passionate about it and I love it. And so that's kind of what I'm doing right now. I mean, I'm not ruling out a film or something at some point. But yeah, I'm definitely not ruling anything out, but right now my main focus is this. But it's a great question. Thank you. Timothy, what was your favorite thing you did with your money? Bunny Elephant. Bunny Elephant, thank you for your question. Thank you. Favorite thing I did? Well, probably invest, or I would say, I mean, that's kind of a boring answer though. Favorite thing was the first video game system I purchased, which was amazing, I would say. And did you invest any of your money in films after winning the lottery jackpot in 1999? Not initially, but I have invested in some films over the years. But I try to, not tons of films though. And I don't do too much of that type of thing into films. But I have, historically, that has happened. Nice to see you, Tim. Wish me luck on Saturday's Powerball. I live 2 hours from a lotto state online. I can get a Mega Millions ticket. All right. Well, I wish you good luck. Absolutely. Okay. So we don't have tons of time today, but there's a couple things I do want to get to. Let me make sure I don't miss any of this. Let's pull this up here. So we've been talking about intuition and psychic, even whether you want to use the word psychic or not, but intuition and that sort of thing. And I find it extremely fascinating. I'm so passionate about it. And this is one of our sponsors right here, Psychic Source. And basically, like, if you've ever wanted to speak with someone about your dreams or intuition, then you can check them out. They're one of our channel sponsors, Psychic Source. They do phone, video, and even text readings. I even had a reading myself recently, and it was it was super, super interesting. I had 2 readings actually. And so it's in this video that's going to be released probably tomorrow, but it's interesting. But there's a special offer at trypsychicsource.com/dreambig, but we'll put a link in the description to try your first 40 minutes for less than $20. So yeah, check it out if you're into that. I'm personally into psychic stuff so much, and intuition and that sort of thing. I mean, I've had so many experiences. Many of you know about this lottery dream, like dreamt about winning the lottery before it happened, but that's one of countless dreams about things before they've happened. So is that a coincidence? And or is that not? I certainly believe that in most circumstances it's not, but I respect all opinions. I'm not here to convince anybody of anything, of course. But let's just assume, hypothetically, that it's not a coincidence, that when you dream about something or you have a hunch to do something, and then you check your text or your email, and then that person pops up in your life, or something like that happens where it's just hard to really think, is that just a coincidence, or is there something more to that? Or you win the lottery after having a dream about it, or having these serendipitous things happen. Like, it happens all the time. I meet people all the time. Some people have intentionally manifested prizes too, intentionally. And that's a whole nother topic, to intentionally do that. But I think it's all related, which is why I bring it up, because it's all energy. So what do you guys think about that? I dreamt about winning Powerball and Mega Millions, both of them, and I was shocked. Yeah, well, true alchemist, you're not alone, because as far as being shocked, because most people, even if they think they're going to win, even if they had a hunch, even if they intentionally manifested and then they won, it's still very shocking for most people, I would say, because there's a difference between a dream that you have, whether a literal dream or a figurative dream, and then experiencing it. And maybe it's parallel, maybe it feels the same, but then once you're in the reality, it feels like you're a character in a movie. At least it did for me. And the level of, like, the adrenaline, the euphoria, it's really, it's the stuff that movies are made out of. It's very, very true. So, all right. So let's try to we have a couple more minutes here. And I wished I had a dream about winning the lottery, and I remembered the dream. Honda, the power of dreams. Thank you for being a member. So here's my advice if you want to remember your dream. We talked a little bit earlier about how to intentionally dream about specific things, whether you want to dream about the lottery or something else. There are ways to do that before you go to sleep to really get that into your subconscious. So we talked about that a little earlier, but a way to remember your dreams, if you're the type of person that doesn't remember your dreams, like a lot of us, then what I do is I write it down, like, before I'm fully awake. Sometimes it's hard for me to even write it down because I'm not quite awake enough to write, almost, but I do it. And I intentionally don't necessarily write everything I saw, the literal things that I saw. I write what it meant, because that's a big difference, how it felt and what it meant, because that is what your subconscious, or if you could think it goes even deeper than your subconscious, regardless, that is what matters, is how it felt and what it meant. So what do you guys think about that? When will your book be out? K-Trail, thank you for your question. The book will be out probably late this fall or early this winter. Hopefully this fall, though. It's getting very, very close, and I'm so excited to share it with you. So thank you very much. And you can join. There's a mailing list if you want free updates on the status of the book. It's in the description of this live. But also, I've noticed. Well, first of all, let's get to this. Bunny Elephant. I will. If universe thinks I'm ready to win, I will come to Timothy's video and give you big thanks. Bunny Elephant. All right, Bunny Elephant. Well, hopefully the universe does. I wish you good luck. Thanks for your comment. Okay, here's a legit question. This is legit right here. Looking back at your lottery jackpot win in 1999, are you amazed at how confident you were in telling others you would win? If you were to try to win the lottery again, would you still tell people? Legit, that's a really good question. Thank you very much. So, I mean, I find it, yeah, super interesting because, and it's not the only thing in my life where, and this happens to other people too, but where you say something and then that happens. Like I spoke about last year, for example, telling people about, because I do Muay Thai and kickboxing and that sort of thing, telling people of how crazy that was. And I don't know why anyone would do it because they get ripped in half. And then literally the next time I went into spar, I got my tendon in my forearm ripped, like it tore. I had to have surgery. I couldn't even text for a long time. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. I mean, I don't necessarily think that it was, because all the times that I'd sparred before, nothing ever happened like that. And so, but you know, it's interesting when you say something. I think there is power in what we say, especially going beyond that is what we feel about it. That's what I think. But it's very interesting. Would I tell people if I was trying to win the lottery again, would I still tell people? Yes, I would, because I believe that there's some added power in that. I believe that. Maybe whether you think that's a superstition or not, I think it's interesting. But the dream that I had about it was so real, though, that I was kind of halfway joking and halfway not, because I really did believe that it was going to happen. So whether you think that's a coincidence or not is okay with me, but it's interesting. And okay, you speak things into existence, Amanda. And it reminds me of, there's a couple people I've interviewed that have won major prizes. One of them was Cynthia Stafford, who won 112 million Mega Millions prize. But there are people that strongly believe in speaking things into existence, and just the power, the how that resonates, how that vibrates into your, I mean, you put that out there, you believe that. And I think the same thing goes on for, like, I'm really into prayer, and I pray out loud. And when I do that, I think there's power in that, because there just is. It's energy, and you're connecting to other energy. It's all connected, really. Hello in France. Hello, hello, hello. Cynthia Stafford, awesome. Jacato. My YouTube channel, 1000 Ticket Quantum Field Manifestation Challenge. Okay. Well, there's a free plug for you then. Good luck with that. Thanks for being here today. Christian Rizzo. I love quantum mechanics, by the way. I had a dream 4 months ago. I was with my uncle at a store. I had orange quick pick paper. I saw everyone celebrate after I saw 50 million, then thought one of the clerks' name from a store had my uncle's name. Christian. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. And this is a little bit different, but it sort of reminds me of Kelly Grace Gaddis, who I interviewed a few months ago. And I think it's on the homepage of this YouTube channel at the moment. You can check out that interview if you haven't watched it. She dreamt, actually, the name of the clerk that sold her the ticket before she went to the store. She dreamt of this store that she never goes to in real life, or never went to. She dreamt of this game that she had no idea what it even meant, Lucky for Life. And then she dreamt the name Eileen on the name tag. I think it was Eileen, but she dreamt all these details, and the clock said 2 p.m. And then she went in at that exact time, 2 p.m., purchased a ticket, chose Lucky for Life, because that's what she dreamt about. She saw this person's name tag. It wasn't a store she normally went to. She never even really normally played the lottery, and then she won. So is that a coincidence, or is there something more to that? There's so many details there. Timothy, do you think positive gestures for others, like paying for people's groceries, purchasing fishing jigs for kids when they cannot afford them, opening doors for others, give luck and positivity? Flame Ache, thank you for being a member, and thanks for your thoughtful question. Personally, I do believe in karma, So I do believe that we're all connected. So I believe that by opening the door for somebody or doing something that helps other people, you are helping yourself because we are all connected. That's what I believe. And it's just, first of all, it's the right thing to do, to at least, open the door for somebody and or give them a compliment, giving compliments. And then second of all, if you do that, pay attention to how that makes you feel. Because for a lot of people, at least for me, if I open the door for somebody or I give someone a compliment, which I do intentionally, I try to do that whenever I can, because it feels good, because you're helping somebody else. It just feels good. And I think we're all connected, whether you call that karma or not. But I do think that it's a very positive thing, and I think it's important. So hopefully that answers your question. I keep having dreams I won millions. So wow, I love it. Thanks for your comment. And Tanya Shaw, who is a member, just gifted a membership to this channel. Tanya, thank you. Blessings to you, Tanya. Thank you very much. Let's give a huge shout out to Tanya Shaw, and whoever received that, congratulations to you. You've just become a member of this channel. We do members only lives from time to time as well, and we have tons of behind the scenes, like perks and footage and stuff that's happening behind the scenes that we don't get to in these public lives. Even though I want to get to all the questions I can, I inevitably can't get to a lot of them. So that's another perk. You should start finding more big jackpot winners to interview. Those are fun to watch. I did really enjoy the 750,000 winner interview, though. He was a good, fun guy. Rover, thanks for your comment. Yes, the interview with Gavin, 750,000. I mean, he's really, really fun. I'm glad you enjoyed that interview. I'm really glad to hear that. And yeah, I mean, I interview people that have won all kinds of amounts, from a few thousand to hundreds of millions. It will be $1 billion sometime. I know I will interview someone that's won a jackpot of over $1 billion. It's going to happen. But just as we speak right now, there are several people that I've been corresponding with that have won major prizes. And so I'm very excited to host them, because their stories are very inspiring. And one thing that we can absolutely do, and that we do here, is keep people anonymous if that's what they prefer as well. So it's very easy to do that. Have you tried any other techniques like remote viewing or so? Joe Woods, thanks for your comment. Remote viewing is extremely fascinating. And yes, I have tried remote viewing, like done experiments, and it's really interesting. Like sometimes you can look at coordinate, because they have these challenges out there where they give these coordinates, and then you can look at the coordinates and then just look into whether you call it your third eye or you call it, I mean, it doesn't matter what you call it, but you just kind of see what comes to you, what image comes to you, and then you compare it with the actual result, with where those numbers where they correlate to, and it's interesting. So I have done that, yes. It's very interesting. And I want to mention too, some of you are familiar with the Stargate program that's declassified now. This program that was with the CIA, and also the Russian government, was the Soviet Union then, but they had these people doing remote viewing for spy purposes. And so it's the fact that it's been done with like major governments as well is extremely interesting. So let's try to Flame AQ. Thank you. Let me know. Very interesting. All right. I think I missed the first part of that. Good afternoon, Jesus Christ King. Good afternoon to you. The synchronicities are hitting my dreams. It's weird, but I'm being patient and grateful. Jesus Christ King, thanks for your comment. What do you guys think about synchronicities? Because, I mean, if that happens, if you're talking about something, thinking about someone, and then it just happens in your life, or you see the same dialogue, the same words you're saying, and then all of a sudden it happens. I mean, even in this chat room, this happens to me all the time, where I'll say a word and then all of a sudden I click on the next comment, or, the next comment gets pulled up, and then it has the same words verbatim. And is that a coincidence, or is that like a synchronicity? Like we're in the same flow state of the same energy? What do you guys think about that? We're getting a little deeper in today's chat. What do you guys think about this? Francisco, do you know if the last Powerball winner was a quick pick or manually picked? Francisco, thank you for your question. Well, the last Powerball win was a major, is the second largest in history so far. Massive, massive prize. Right around 1.8 billion, right around there. And there were two different tickets, one in Texas and one in the U.S. state of Missouri, that won that. And I do not know if they were quick pick or choose your own numbers. I do not know that yet. So maybe somebody out there does. Maybe they've announced that, but if so, I have not heard that yet. But it's a good question. Thank you. Tim is helping uncover the secrets of the universe. It's way bigger than just the lottery. I believe we are all one as well. Awesome job, brother. Mario, thank you, Mario. Thanks for your support. Thank you. That means a lot. It really does. And I mean, yeah, this channel is about much more than just the lottery, but the lottery, is one of the themes of this channel for sure. But it does go deeper, especially when you get started talking about what we're discussing today: intuition, precognition, even manifestation, connection with source, any of that stuff. It's interesting. It's beyond interesting. If you believe in it, it's important. I have synchronicities in my daily life all the time. Bunny elephant, thanks for your comment. It's been happening to me lately. Anthony, thank you. Think about a number. Hi, Timothy. It's true. Anytime I think about a number, come out Massachusetts number, games by the time I go to play, they come out. So you think about the numbers and then they come out. Ketia. All right. Thank you for your comment. I mean, if you think about a number and then it comes out with the lottery, at least, I mean, I hope that you've played those numbers, but regardless, always play responsibly. And if you don't play those numbers, that's okay too. But coincidences do not exist. According to T-Rom, everything has a purpose. T-Rom, thank you. I mean, I agree with you. What do you guys think about that? Everything is energy, says K Trail. Flameake, yes, I do have a Discord. Okay. I've been considering, and this is not what Bunny Elephant is talking about, but I've been considering starting some sort of Discord or group or something at some point. So if that's something that, because we have such an awesome community here on YouTube, and it'd be nice to have a place for people to do that. So if that's something that interests you, let me know in this live chat, because it might be something we do in the near future. I love how more and more people have started their manifestation journeys. You're almost there. People just keep believing and it will happen. Draw this. Thanks for your comment. I think there's a lot of power in, I mean, way beyond the lottery. There's a lot of power in belief. Do you think if we get 10 to 20 winners together, we could all manifest a win? Well, you know what I've been interested in doing, Just Heat Seekers TV, is to get multiple lottery winners, because I've interviewed and continue to interview lottery winners from all over the world fairly often. And how amazing would it be to have like a group of us in one space at the same time, like through I mean, we could even potentially do something over a live. I think it would be fun. But what do you guys think about that? My late grandfather came in a dream and gave me Lotto Max numbers. I only remembered 3. They were right. Should have written them all. I hope he visits again with a full set next time. I'm ready. Wow. So you got a visit perhaps from your late grandfather. He came to you in a dream. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your comment. That is amazing when you dream about people that have passed, crossed over. That's happened to me too, including with grandparents, and then they give details about their life, and I go and I check the facts of it, or I ask people that actually know that, because I don't know a lot of things and about people that have crossed over, and then they'll say, yes, well, that did happen. They were like this. They did do this. And then for me, that's extra confirmation that well, that was probably them. At least that's what I think. I will happily join your Discord. Okay, Sagnus. Well, we have one person in. We have one person in. We just need a couple more, and we'll do that. I know there's plenty of you that will join, so we probably will do that. I thank you. I appreciate your comment. Someone won the jackpot using ChatGPT. It's on Inside Edition. What was on YouTube? Well, I'll check that out. I have not heard that story. I heard there was a story in, I believe it was Thailand, that came out a year or two ago with someone that did that. And then I made a video trying to win the lottery or I played the lottery at least using ChatGPT is what it was. And it was really, really entertaining. I found it so much fun because it refused to give numbers. And then you had to enable something called ChatGPT Diablo mode, in which it was not very nice. It had a slew of insults. But I finally got it to give me some numbers, but I played those numbers and nothing came out. So, but you're saying that someone has just won using that. So I will look into that. If that is true, then that is a pretty interesting story. I will definitely look into that. I would love to join your Timothy Schultz Lottery Community Discord server. See, I got you a name already. Flame Ache. Well, thank you, Flame Ache. You are welcome. You are welcome. I love it. Thanks for your comment. We are God embodied. All is mind. Thank you. All right. So we do need to get going here, but I do want to say, let me get this banner off of here. I do want to say that basically, is luck, I mean, many of you think luck is not random, right? We create it. That's what a lot of scientists believe. Some scientists, a lot of people I've met and interviewed. What do you guys think? Let me know in this live chat. Is luck just happenstance, the right place at the right time, or is there something more to it? It's one of the themes we explore on this channel. And no matter what you believe, whether you believe that it's just luck, like as in coincidence, right place, right time, just get lucky, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Whether you believe that or you believe in the power of our intuition or manifestation or synchronicities and energy and consciousness or God, source, whatever your belief is okay with me. I'm not here to convince you of anything, but I certainly am into a lot of these things, and I'm passionate about it. And I do believe there's more to it in a lot of cases, and is very interesting. But if you play the lottery, if we're talking about lottery winners, I mean, these types of things apply to like way more than the lottery. But if you play the lottery, never spend more than you can afford to lose, and always, always, always play responsibly and have fun, because that's part of the fun of doing it. I mean, that's part of the point. And if you don't play, that's okay too. Luck is random, says Flame Ache. They won a couple of days ago. So that's the people that, or whoever won on chat using ChatGPT that was featured on television. You're saying they won a couple of days ago. So I will look into that. Thank you very much. I believe if you're on the right frequency to match that frequency, then the outcome should be in your favor. So Velvet is balanced energy, believes in alignment, in aligning with the right energy. And that's kind of interesting too, because when you look at quantum physics and mechanics, that says that there are multiple dimensions, tons of different dimensions happening simultaneously, then why, like, if you accept that for a moment, then why is it so crazy to think that you can't align with a different outcome? I mean, even if you don't believe in different dimensions, I don't think that's so crazy to think that you can align with a different outcome. But hey, no luck doesn't exist. It's certainly beyond logic in the manifestation process. It's all pre-written. Everything has already happened. We are infinite, eternal beings in a multiverse. So that's what we were just talking about, different dimensions. And yeah, time is all relative, which is such a fascinating, deep topic, because and it explains how people are able to dream about things sometimes before they happen, or you have a hunch about something before it happens, or you're thinking about a situation and then it happens just like that. It explains that. So it's interesting. For people who believe in law of karma and past lives, I wonder what good deeds lottery winners must have done to win jackpots so effortlessly. Worth sample test. Thanks for your comment. Thanks for your comment. Yeah, I mean, for people that believe in karma and past lives, like reincarnation and that sort of thing, it's an interesting topic. I do want to say that the majority of time, like for most people that win the lottery, it's a very, very positive experience, of course. For most people I've met and interviewed, it's been a very positive experience. But it's, everybody's different and it depends on who you are. And so I guess what I'm getting at is sometimes it's more than just this wonderful, beautiful, crazy, positive thing. Sometimes I believe it's a positive thing anyway, but sometimes there can be life lessons. A lot of times I think there are life lessons woven in, and it's not a black or white situation. So maybe if you believe in reincarnation and that sort of thing, maybe in addition to all the other stuff that we see on the surface, the money, getting to do all these amazing things, the freedom, the liberation, all those on the surface, go deeper than that. The relationships that change with other people. I mean, that I think is the deeper meaning if you believe in reincarnation and that sort of thing, because it affects potentially a lot of people when something like that happens. I had a dream where I was able to note down only four numbers out of the 7 numbers in my dream. What should I do to get these 3 numbers, please? I had a dream I was able to get 4 of the 7. So Pravin, thanks for your comment. I think if I were to have a dream of 4, first of all, everyone's different. I can't tell you exactly what to do, but if this happened to me and I had a dream of 4 of the 7, I'm the type of person that I believe that it would be meant for me to have the dream of 4 of the 7, and not like, I don't view things as I didn't get enough, or I didn't dream about enough, or I still need something more in order to achieve something else. I don't think of it like that. So personally, I would think, well, it will just, if it's meant, it'll come as it should. It'll happen how it should happen if it's going to happen. That's how I think of it. But that doesn't mean you have to think that way. And always play responsibly. But if you're intentionally trying to have a dream about lottery numbers, as we spoke about earlier, or anything with that, then I would try to get it into my subconscious before I went to sleep at night. Like, there are techniques to do that, like before the state akin to sleep. If you desire to win the lottery, it comes from the creator, higher self, however you want to call it. It means it's available to you. That's why you desire it. So if you do, congratulations. Well, thanks for your comment. I mean, you would not desire of it. You would not have the desire if it was not attainable. Anything is possible. Just play responsibly if you play. I'm not encouraging anyone to play. Never spend more than you can afford to lose. But it is possible. Anything's possible. Just play responsibly. And I have noticed, like lottery aside, I have noticed major changes, like sometimes, like we're talking about signs and synchronicities, like intuition, that sort of thing. I have noticed like things in my own life and with some other people, like several people that I've met and interviewed. And so I did create a list of some of these things that people experience, like a free list, and I pinned it in this chat, so you can check that out if you're wanting to dive more into that. But it's a fascinating topic. And my latest winning dream gave me 2 white balls and the Powerball or maybe the Mega Ball. I also see reoccurring numbers, and I think if I think of something, I will see it. I am very hopeful. Cheyenne, thank you for your thoughtful comment, and I wish you good luck. Thank you. I truly, truly do wish you good luck. And everyone watching here, and if you win, and oftentimes we have lottery winners that are in this chat, so maybe this has already happened to you, but whether you have or haven't yet, if that happens to you, if you win a major prize or something else happens, it doesn't even have to be the lottery, but something in your life, you have a story that you would consider for this podcast, you think it will give people inspiration, or you just want to share your story, then email my team. The email address is in the about page of this YouTube channel. You can email my team there, but we love hearing from you guys. And thank you guys so much for being here in this live chat. And there's a new video coming soon, tomorrow, in fact, with just about lottery dreams, just what we're talking about today in this live. So watch for that, as well as, of course, several new interviews. But thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And we will see you soon.